Breaking news in the Rock feed, the lawsuit filed against Nirvana and the estate of Kurt Cobain has just been dismissed by a judge presiding over the case. You'll recall last year the highly controversial lawsuit was filed by Spencer Elden, the man who appeared on the cover of Nirvana's album Nevermind as a toddler. The album cover depicted him unclothed and in a pool, and Elden claims that he was exploited by the photographers and the band and is seeking damages, but that suit for now has been removed from the courts by the judge, but it apparently can be brought back, and we've got news on that. Apparently, Elden's lawyers are firing back at stories about this lawsuit being dismissed earlier today. So the judge in the U.S. District Court in Central California made the decision to dismiss the case because Spencer Elden's attorneys apparently missed a December 30th deadline to file a response to claims made by Nirvana asking for this case to be dismissed. Apparently, they did not file a response to that in time, so the dismissal was made by the judge. But the judge noted he made the dismissal with, quote, leave to amend, meaning that he's going to give Elden's attorneys one more chance to file on this case and get it reinstated. And it does seem as though that can occur. So do not count on this case being entirely out of the court. It says if Elden does refile by January 13th, the lawyers can have 2 weeks to reply to that, Nirvana's lawyers. So it says in the ruling, quote, plaintiff is cautioned that failure to timely file a second amended complaint shall result in this action being dismissed without prejudice for failure to prosecute and or failure to comply with a court order, meaning if they miss their second chance, the January 13th deadline, he's not going to be able to refile and bring this case back in court. Spencer Elden has been heavily criticized for his decision to file this lawsuit because he has participated in multiple different commemorative photo shoots in the past, and he has the word Nevermind actually tattooed on his chest. He has spoken favorably about his participation in the album cover, but now through his attorney, he's saying that he does feel as though he was taken advantage of, and he is seeking financial compensation to remedy what he feels is essentially efforts by the band to sexualize him when he was a child. Nirvana issued through their attorneys a strongly worded response. They are pushing back against this. They wrote, quote, Elden has spent 3 decades profiting from his celebrity as the self-anointed Nirvana baby. And this was filed on December 22nd, just days before he was dismissed. They added, he has reenacted the photograph in exchange for a fee many times. He has had the album title Nevermind tattooed across his chest. He has appeared on a talk show wearing a self-parodying nude-colored onesie. He's autographed copies of the album cover for sale on eBay, and he has used the connection to try and pick up women. They added Elden's claim that the photograph on the Nevermind album cover is on its face not serious. A brief examination of the photograph or Elden's own conduct, not to mention the photograph's presence in the homes of millions of Americans who, on Elden's theory, are guilty of felony possession, makes that clear. That's an interesting legal argument made by the Nirvana team. Essentially, if his claim does hold up in court, that would essentially make anyone who is in possession of that material guilty of a crime. That is a very compelling legal argument that they are making there. They added, quote, in addition to his child claim, Elden has alleged that the creation of the photograph for the album cover art entailed the sex trafficking of Elden when he was a baby. Setting aside this premise is absurd. The statute Elden invokes to cover conduct in 1991 became effective on December 19, 2003, and has no retroactive application for conduct by a defendant that predates its effective date. Now, Foo Fighters frontman and longtime Nirvana drummer Dave Grohl has also spoken about this lawsuit and essentially has dismissed it. He said he's glad he doesn't have to do the paperwork, but it doesn't look like this lawsuit really holds a lot of water. It's ultimately up for the courts to decide, but the fact that it's already been dismissed by missing a deadline, they're going to have one more shot at this. Now, Elden's attorneys are firing back on this and saying they will be refiling, telling TMZ this. Quote, in accordance with the court's order, we will be filing a second amended complaint very soon. We are confident that Spencer will be allowed to move forward with the case. Yes, it does seem likely that Spencer will be allowed to move forward with the case. Whether or not this reaches the resolution that he is seeking is definitely another question. You can state your opinion down in the comments. Let us know. Do you agree with his decision to file this lawsuit? And do you think he's going to ultimately be successful in court? That's your latest update from Rockfeed. Be sure to click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on future stories. Check out the recommended videos on your screen and visit rockfeed.net for more.